What's going on, everybody? Dangerous Thing here. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Dangerous Thing Operation Task Force. And basically, yeah, this is kind of becoming a norm. Every single day I post a new video, or every other day, of my task force just rocking it out and really bringing the bacon home. So yesterday we actually finished Operation Powder Keg, and this is our second Operation Powder Keg, so it's gotten a bit more difficult, and it actually took 15 team players to attack to take down the whole base of the powder keg. So as always, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna go through what we did, and I'm gonna show you some really awesome attacks. So let's look at what powder keg looked like. There were 4 bases here: Tonnage, Residue, Armadillo, and Wallop. So all 4 of them had various degrees of difficulties, and so I'm going to go through and show you how we as a team tackled this challenge. So I'm going to start with the very first attack of the operation, and I cannot stop fixing my hair because it just will not cooperate with me. So the very first attack was by Epic Phoenix, and he went down on Armadillo. So he went in all rifleman, and let's see what he did here. It is never easy to be the first one to start up an attack, especially when you're going on, when you're working with a task force where there are really high-level players, and you're trying to contribute and do as best as you can. And Epic Phoenix did particularly that. He deployed his troops, was very strategic. He took them down to basically try to eliminate as many of those cannons as possible, so the next player can come in and try to further open up the right flank so we can then finish off the base. So job well done. It is never easy to be first, so thumbs up. Definitely thumbs up here. Then we had Admiral Lupo, who went ahead and decided that he's just going to be a superstar, and all by himself he's going to take down Operation Tonnage. So let's see how he did it. Now Lupo is, if you haven't noticed so far, really famous and infamous for attacking with Scorchers and tanks, and that's exactly what he did here. I don't have Scorchers. I'm really super jealous of him, so let me just show you this beautiful attack. He basically deploys his troops on the right flank, and he directs them towards mini power cores. They take them down, weaken up the main core, and then he directs them further to the left side, sort of the middle of the core base, and they're just wiping everything right in front of them. Scorchers have a ton of health, so those guys are amazing at soaking up the damage. Let's see what's going down here. He's basically throwing some screen smokes and making sure that both tanks and Scorchers are aligned in such a way that they can take down the core in no time, and down it goes. Absolutely amazing. Admiral Lupo, superstar. Super awesome player to have on a task force. So if you're commenting below, you better not be trying to recruit him from my task force into your task force, because we want to keep him. He definitely is a keeper. So yeah, just like that, one-man band, he finished the whole thing up. I believe I went after him. No, actually, Naughty Zerat was after, and he was the first one to go and try out Wallop Up. So he had all warrior combo, and let's see what he does here. He smokes him up and tries to take down this one nasty rocket launcher, succeeds at it, and then smokes him down to the shock launcher, and once again succeeds at it. That was a really amazing effort, because that shock launcher, a whole lot of health, and placed in such a way that it's going to start shocking your troops as soon as you just dock on the beach. And so yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. Job well done. Absolutely super proud of you. Thank you for participating in this task force operation. After Naughty's Rod, we have Death Warrior, who once again jumps in, and he goes ahead and starts up Residue. So let's see what he does here. Alright, let's speed this up. He's going to take out some of the mines aligned at the beginning of the base, and he's got 2 Scorchers, he's got Heavies, and he's got Zookas, and let's see what his plan is. Basically what he wants to do is he wants to get as close as possible to the core and open up that whole area, and there are a ton of those nasty rocket launchers, but what he's done is he's opened up the base so that you can then get down to those rocket launchers. And I don't know why, I just absolutely hate my hair today, you guys. Okay, so absolutely great attempt there, and I was the one to go next, and I also tried out I went and tried out Wolf. So let's see what I did. My plan here was to deploy my troops on the left and take down this cluster of cannons so that the next person after me can then deploy the troops on the left hand side and then basically direct them in such a way that they can get close enough to the rocket launcher or the core or the cannons, get those knocked down, and from there on you're just straight up money on the core. And I'm trying to get this nasty boom cannon down, and I apparently succeeded. So what I'm going to do next is try to get closer to flamethrowers, and Zookas have really great range, so we took down one flamethrower, and then basically, you know, those mortars were just a little too strong for me, really high level, so they knocked down my Zookas. But the plan was, like I said, to open up the flank right over here, and I did so that the next person after me was able to take it down. And let's see, General Hissine goes right after me, and as according to the plan, let's see how beautifully he's going to finish up this base. So Hissine goes with Zookas and Heavies, and he gets down close to the core. He takes down the remaining flamethrower and basically just, you know, goes straight at the core. He's going to regroup his troops just in a second so that they're outside of the range of that boom cannon, and just like that, the power core goes down, baby. Okay, so yeah, you know, I always talk about how it is so important during your task force to really coordinate with your players, because if you have people just playing for their own sake and their own enjoyment, you know, because they want to, you know, just put themselves out there and, you know, and be heroes, it's always difficult because, you know, you're in a team of people and every effort has to be coordinated. And in that sense, I think our task force is actually pretty fantastic because we do it really well. So he's seen, job well done. Let's see how Big Tough commence the armadillo base. So armadillos, I actually used to live in Florida, and you know, we had a lot of armadillos there. People absolutely hate when they get armadillos because they like chew the cords, you know, and next thing you know, your wireless internet is not working because, you know, because the cable is down, and yeah, you know, the router is not working either. So what am I talking about? Anyway, armadillos can be pretty nasty, but they're kind of cute, actually. I could probably never run over one. Let's see what Lufezi does here. He goes in with all warriors, and he tries to take down, like I said, these nasty rocket launchers. Let's see whether or not he can take down 2 or 3. He retreats actually because the shock launcher and other rocket launchers just go ham on his warriors, and he decides that he wants to save his troops, which is totally fine. Alright, let's look at this attack. Luli here basically tries to clear up some of the mines right around the core, and he smoke screens his warriors closer to the power core, and then he is gonna heal them up right over here and try to take down some of the nasty rocket launchers right by the power core. He doesn't quite succeed at it because, you know, this is really maxed out, very difficult base, but a really wonderful effort. So Luli, thank you so much for participating. Un tal coso, I feel like I every week mispronounce or every day mispronounce your name. You should send me like an audio file and tell me how it's done. So he also tries to finish off Armadillo, goes in with Zookas and Heavies, and you know, directs them on the right flank, throws some critters so that they are distracting cannons, and then from now on he's going to try to take down these Scorchers. And you know, there was one one estranged heavy who decided to wander off, but he's doing really nice, really well here. He's just going through the base and shocking defense buildings so he can then take them down, and he's doing really well. So that's kind of you know, wonderful effort. It's weakening up the core, and the Zookas at this point are kind of left all alone because heavies are down and they do not last on their own very long. So those ladies need their man by their side, unfortunately, because they just can't last too long on their own. The one and only follows up Un tal coso, and he also goes out and tries to see whether or not he can help us further to further our efforts on Armadillo. So he just threw a barrage right by the power core, and then he deploys his troops once again on the right. I feel like everybody who's attacked so far has done that because it's the easiest way to get to the core. And at this point, he's got a few Zookas left and a few heavies, and unfortunately, they do not last very long. Once again, you know, we have a few of really high-level players on the team, and so it makes it more difficult for lower level players to, to try to, keep up to par, or I don't know, it's more difficult, but they do really good job with what they have, as far as whether or not their warriors and Zukas and other troops are maxed out. They just put their best foot forward and try to do the best they can. So your effort is always appreciated. Don't ever think that I don't appreciate you guys because you're not on the same level as some of our officers of the task force. And oh my god, terrible hair day. I am absolutely having a nightmare of a hair today. All right, let's see what Masakra does. Man, I'm sorry, I can never pronounce your name right, but sorry. Okay, so at this point, you've seen that we had like 5 or 6 people attempt Armadillo. So hopefully, pretty soon, the base is going to go down because that core has got a whole lot of energy. So he's done a really nice job directing his troops far away from the reach of all of the defense buildings, so that at this point, he's got everybody perfectly healthy, and now he's in the range of the rocket launcher and those cannons. And so he's making a mistake of going directly to the core, although if he had probably more maxed out Zukas or heavies, maybe he could have made that happen. But unfortunately, those defense buildings right by the core are really difficult to take down because they're really high level. So then we have this player here whose name I cannot pronounce because I don't know whether it's kanji or if it's Chinese characters, but I cannot read it, so I am not going to attempt it. Alright, so very same strategy, everybody kind of followed the same path, and he throws down the critters so that they distract some of the cannons, more critters go down, and he is making his way to the power core. Just when you think that he should have directed his troops further right, outside of the reach, and you think, like, oh man, he's probably not gonna make it, he makes it, and he makes it with a bang. Takes it down like a pro, like a total pro. And then we have Flo number 2, or Flo the second, who comes in and takes down Residue with 3 of his Scorchers and a whole lot of tanks. So he's gonna try to take down some of these rocket launchers because they're just really nasty. And at this point, his tanks are perfectly healed up. He is getting rocket launchers shooting up at him, but the health of tanks and Scorchers is just so high up there that it really doesn't even bother him all that much, and he takes down the base in absolutely no time. So that is it for me, guys. That was Operation Powder Keg number 2. Powder Keg 2.0 went down, and it was absolutely beautiful. All the players in the team have done a fantastic job. If you've watched this video all the way through and you have any of maybe pointers, what we've done wrong, what we could have done better, I am glad to hear your criticism and comments down below. Let me know if you've enjoyed this video, and let me know whether or not you and your task force have already completed Powder Keg. And yeah, just whatever's in your mind about this particular operation, this particular video, please feel free to comment down below. And until next time, Dangerous Things out.